So the next one, Social Security survivor benefits. And there's two types, essentially. At least I'm lumping one of them in. Did you know that there is life insurance in Social Security? We laugh because it hasn't changed since Social Security was first created, but there is life insurance in your Social Security. Mike, how much is that damn thing?
It might as well be nothing, right? I mean, I forget the exact number, to be honest, but it's something like, what, $200 or something like that?
$255.
Yeah,
That's it.
that sounds right. Yeah.
And I wonder where they came up with that number. Granted, this was came up in the right. This is part of the New Deal, the New Deal back in the 30s under FDR or whoever it was, and maybe that was the price of a funeral back then,
Or a cremation or something. Yeah.
or something. But now it's and I've actually heard stories where people don't even get that paid out to them. I hope that's not hype from the final expense guys, but I have heard that. I've never looked it up to prove it or anything. I mean, how do you get denied the claim for $255? You show them a death certificate, you're dead, and it should
Well, I
be
don't
paid
think
out
you're
to.
showing them I don't think you're showing them your death certificate. I think somebody else would, but
I hope someone else. If I'm doing it, there's a problem. Because if I'm dead, I'm not coming back anytime soon.
Well, that brings up a whole nother issue on current topics, but
Okay, all right. So, but aside from that pitifully small death benefit, there are survivor benefits, and these survivor benefits are for those who are eligible. If I passed away, and let's assume I was married, and I've got eligible children. Now, right now, my youngest is 17. But let's suppose we had even younger children. There would be there would be survivor income benefits that are payable to the surviving spouse and to your children, or at least it's a combined sum that's payable to the spouse for their care and maintenance. And especially for the income for the children's maintenance, it's good until either, and I keep seeing this in the Social Security website, either the youngest graduates high school or they reach 18. And my guess would be whichever one happens sooner. And so that's an interesting period. So yes, the government thinks enough of you that they have decreasing term insurance on you because it will decrease over time because they're gonna get it and they're gonna exhaust that benefit up until that point. And if we think about a more traditional family situation, now here's what I mean by traditional. You get married when you're in your later 20s, early 30s. You have your kids right away, and maybe you died at 40, but your kids are still around, and your wife is still around, and your wife is there to raise the kids up until they reach essentially the legal adulthood age. Maybe she's now 50, 52 or whatever. At that point, the income on the children stop from Social Security and it enters what is basically known as the blackout period. The blackout period is for the time that you don't get the benefits on the younger kids, but you can't get any additional benefits until the earliest of age 62. And that would be a retirement benefit. So between the time the youngest turns 18 until you turn 62, that's the blackout period. And so you don't get that additional benefit at that point. That's my understanding on that. And it's important as part of life insurance planning, essentially, which really the way I would be looking at life insurance planning, bringing up last week again, is what's the maximum amount of life insurance you can get? What's the maximum amount you can afford? Figure out what that is, get that amount, and that should help carry you through. The maximum benefit, that'll carry you through. That'll cover almost all of that. But not everybody knows that there's Social Security survivor benefits. Better to know about them and take advantage of them. Obviously, we know that there's Social Security retirement benefits.